Who's that?
Hey,
Can you hear me?
I can. Oops, I think no, I'm not on mute. All right, everybody should be able to hear me. Let me fix this a little bit so you can see more than.
Tyler's here next to me. We're watching.
Okay, excellent. Well, welcome everybody. We're going to give it just another minute or two here, but welcome to the Great Outdoors and also the Phoenix Metro Scuba Divers. We're partnering with them for this amazing adventure. But yeah, it's going to be a great trip. Welcome. Is it Savan?
Fine. Yeah, sorry, we're running late here, so I figured I'd just hop on and say hi and nice to meet you. So
Nice to meet you too. You got a basketball game.
yes, I do. So and
Oh,
it's in the frigid cold in Wisconsin, and I hate it. Yeah, no. So
oh, yeah. Well, some of us are from the Midwest. We do know cold, and yeah,
this
right
isn't
now it's bitter.
this
Yeah.
is insane. So, but anyway, I just want to say hi real quick, and
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this trip because I'm addicted to diving with dangerous sharks. So
Yes, and we're going to have a lot of sharks. I think they're fascinating. And well, welcome to the group and welcome to the trip. I'll let you go, but this is being recorded, and I'll send it to you as soon as it's available.
uh,
Cool.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, so that is Savan. He is going to be a new uh, joinee, I guess, attendee. But anyways, welcome. Again, this is the Great Outdoors and the Phoenix Metro Scuba Divers FIJI Shark Diving Adventure Orientation. And with that, I'm Laura. I am the group organizer for the Great Outdoors and also a new organizer for the Phoenix Metro Scuba Divers. So with that being said, let me get the presentation queued up here and let's go to Fiji. You guys relax and I hope you enjoy the show. Here we go. Takes me a little bit of a minute here to get it going. I'm going to do that. Okay, and now I'm going to go to the beginning there. And then what I like to do is make sure there's no control bar that's annoying us. But okay, so let's go share. Now, how is that looking to you guys?
Good.
Is it good? Okay.
Yep.
No
Looks all right.
control bar. There shouldn't be a gray bar in the middle of the screen.
Nope.
Okay. Once again, welcome everybody. I love to do these presentations. Oh my goodness, because it is just so much fun to share all these trips with you guys. So anyways, with that being said, that's the Great Outdoors. We've been in existence since 2016 and we do a lot of different activities, but we have been scuba diving since 2019. And I recently became a co-organizer at the Phoenix Metro Scuba Divers. Yay! And so they're also, a few of them are going to be joining us on this trip as well. So here we are. Again, let me just, this floating meeting controls annoys me. So, okay, this should be better. Okay, so this is the Fiji Shark Diving Adventure at Pacific Harbor on the Coral Coast. Viti Levu is the island, but this is the trip and it's going to be absolutely amazing. What our agenda is tonight, well, I'm going to introduce you to Fiji. Maybe some of you have been there before, but it's such a huge area that oh my God, you'll never see it all. I promise. And it's just so much to offer. So we will talk about some of the things that Fiji offers. It's travel and tourism. Then I'll introduce you to where we'll be staying, which is the Redroca Bay I'm sorry, saying this too fast. Redroca Bay Resort on the Coral Coast. Then we'll talk about the shark diving adventure, what it's going to include, some travel logistics pertaining to international. Wrap it up with a few details. And then I like to make sure, I know we're all busy and we have dinner waiting for us, but we'll have a Q&A. I will try to wrap it up so that we have enough time for a good interactive Q&A for your questions. So with that being said, welcome to Fiji, and here is a short video. I hope. Yeah, there we go. Wow. Look at that. Oops, saw that.
Was there supposed to be volume on that or no?
Did you not hear volume?
Well, we didn't. I don't know if it was on our end or your end.
Anyone else not hear volume?
Yeah, we didn't hear no volume on my side too.
No volume. Okay, let's give me a moment here.
It's on our end. It's on her end.
All right, so I'm going to reshare, and there's a setting here that is supposed to be, yeah, share sound. Okay, I apologize. There we go.
That's what I was thinking.
All right, so I'll go to, can you hear it now?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, it's only a minute and a half, so we're not behind schedule. I want you guys to get the most from this. You can go ahead and beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully that went better.
It did.
Okay, so Fiji, famous for their bula hospitality, the most welcoming country, I think, in the world. And their motto is where happiness comes naturally. So doesn't that feel good? Wow. All right. It's located, as we probably all know, in the South Pacific. It is an archipelago, if I'm saying that correctly, of over 300 islands, I believe about 333. This is the main island and the largest island, Viti Levu. The second largest island is Vanua Levu. Third is this island here called Tavioni. And again, I may be mispronouncing it. And then down here, the fourth largest island is Kadavu. There's diving and snorkeling and reefs everywhere. The most popular area really is over here. It's like 5 different regions, the Mamanuca and Yasawas, because of the proximity to, this looks like Nadi, but it's Nandi, and that's where the international airport is. And this is supposed to be really gorgeous. Some of the famous movies that we know, Castaways was filmed out here in the Mamanuca and Yasawas, also the Blue Lagoon. So, it's absolutely gorgeous out there. Another famous region is the Sun Coast, and diving and snorkeling the Bly Water. You can see humpback whales in this area. And then off of Venu Levu, the Somo Strait. I don't know that this map is really depicting it, but Taviuni is another real famous dive spot, and they dive in here, the Rainbow Reef. Some excellent diving, some of the world's best. Heading down here to the south is the Great Astrolabe Reef. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that is excellent diving down there. I think some of our friends have been there. And then where we're going to go is down here along this area between Sigatoka and Pacific Harbor is the Coral Coast. And right off of the Coral Coast is this island here. It looks like Beqa. I've been calling it Beqa for so long, but it's pronounced Benga. And that's where gorgeous diving and the shark diving, as they have a shark reef there, which I'll be talking about in just a minute. So anyways, really big area. I didn't even touch on the Lao group out here, some remote islands out there. And it's all interconnected, as I'll talk about how you get around in Fiji. But Fiji Airways is how you get there, and they code share with American Airlines, as you can see in this slide here, the map. But basically all these yellow marks are the code shares, and then you fly either out of San Francisco or Los Angeles. This map doesn't depict that you can now fly out of Dallas. So for the East Coasters, you can do that. And then it is approximately a 10.5-hour flight from Los Angeles to Nandi. And it's an overnight flight. So you just kind of crash out and, wake up, and then 5:30 in the morning is the arrival time, most flights. And, you're actually crossing the international date line too. You need to book flights 2 days earlier in order to arrive at the date of your trip. So keep that in mind. But anyways, yes, they are code shared in the One World Airline Alliance program. So if you have American Advantage miles, you can use those. But here they are. So they're part of that program. You can gain miles as well. So how they get around in Fiji? Well, you can certainly take a boat ferry, which they do have ferries, but the most common is charter. And there are 2 companies that serve those routes to the outer islands, and that's Fiji Link and Northern Air. So we will be staying on the mainland. We will not need to do any air charters. But anyways, let me get rid of these controls. One moment. But There we go. Okay. So it is, as I said, 333 islands and just full of pristine, gorgeous beaches, rainforest, mountains. The main island, as I said, is Viti Levu. The capital is Suva, but Nandi is the gateway to tourism with the international airport. They do speak English as well as Hindu. They were a former British colony and now a British Commonwealth, and they had gained their independence in 1970. So it's very multicultural, European, Indian, and Chinese. Also steeped in indigenous traditions as well and values. Their climate is the South Sea tropical, so really they don't have a summer or winter. It's more wet and dry. But they're known for their bula and welcoming hospitality, as I said, and world-class scuba diving and snorkeling. I think it's probably most well known for that, as it's said to be the soft coral capital of the world. And it is a top destination, world-class destination for ecotourism, nature, and adventure traveler. And that is us. So moving on. Oops. Oh, come on. As I mentioned, it is a world-class diving destination and gorgeous diving just about everywhere in Fiji. The soft coral capital of the world, and for a reason. There are, I believe, over 400 species of corals and sponges, all gorgeous and beautiful. And as well, it is abundant in marine life biodiversity. And I have read over 1,000 species, 1,200 species, and 1,500 species. So what the exact number is, well, I tend to lean more towards the higher numbers because it's such a large area. I couldn't imagine, there's just tons of marine life. So if you're into marine life, this is going to be a bucket lister for you. So we are going to be staying on the main island. It is 91, this is Viti Levu. It is 91 miles long, 66 miles wide. It is where most of the population resides, about 70%. And it's also the most visited area of Fiji. As I said, Nandi is the gateway to Fiji with the international airport. So there's lots of hotels and resorts, restaurants, if you're into shopping. But as you travel from Nandi down here, this is the Coral Coast, starting with Sigatoka, which isn't shown on this map, but about a 50-mile stretch all the way to Pacific Harbor, and it's just gorgeous. It's a coastline drive, gorgeous beaches, a lot of swimming, surfing, as there's a reef that comes right up to the shore. So other areas of, as I mentioned, that are top diving, and we almost went to, I almost booked it, was up here at the Sun Coast. The Voli Voli Resort is a famous resort, dive resort. It's very, very nice, luxury resort. And diving the Bly waters out here. But as well, if you come down here to the Pacific Harbor area, there is a ton of things to do from Pacific Harbor and mainland, and also the diving down at Beqa is phenomenal. And we'll be talking about that. But Pacific Harbor is this adventure capital of Fiji. So right away I thought, oh God, everyone's going to love this. So as I mentioned, the Coral Coast and where we're going to be is between Sigatoka and Pacific Harbor. And this is the Coral Coast. As you can see, it's beautiful. And the venture capital of Fiji is Pacific Harbor. There are tons of activities. So if you are a water person or a land person or both, we're both. There's tons of things that we can do. in addition to the scuba diving and snorkeling. And these are just some of them. Something that I want to make sure we try to do is this, I've heard a lot about it, is the whitewater rafting on the upper Levu River. I heard it's absolutely gorgeous in there at that gorge. I don't know how long the trip is, but I do know there are class 2 to 3 rapids in there. So nothing too rough. But there's hiking, zip lining, you know, if you're into surfing, they've got surfing there as well. But lots of activities, lots of fun. But what attracted me to this area, I thought, was the Beqa Island Lagoon. And gorgeous diving in this area, just tons of you know, coral. But this is where the shark diving happens. They have a shark marine reserve there. So it is Fiji's first shark reef marine reserve. And I don't know about you, I think they're fascinating creatures. After you get, you know, used to them being in the water with you, at first it, you know, can be a little terrifying, but then you're like, oh no, they're just curious and they're just looking around, and they're awesome. They are just so beautiful. So we're going to learn a lot about sharks, and some of the sharks that we'll see are black tips, gray reefs, silver tips, lemon sharks, even some of the larger ones, bull sharks. This is just some of the sharks species that they have there. There's more than I even know. So, but you get the idea. And it is home to the Beqa shark dive, which is known as the world's best shark dive. So, you know, you can definitely probably see the bull sharks. What you may not see, it's, you know, hit or miss with them, are the tiger sharks. But the world's greatest shark dive, I'll show you here in the video, but they take you down to about 65 feet, so not too deep, and they line you up against a wall or behind a wall, and then the experienced divers are the ones that will do the feeding, and then there's going to be 1 or 2 other divers, dive masters, that are going to be behind us to ensure that we, you know, stay safe, that no sharks get, you know, too close to us. So I feel like, yeah, let's do it. They do take a lot of care and caution for our safety, and so this is it. This is at a site called the Cathedral, and let's watch.
Get ready. You are about to experience the most exciting shark dive in the South Pacific, the Cathedral. Just a short boat ride from Beqa Lagoon Resort in the Fiji Islands, you will find this unique dive site teeming with multitudes of sharks on a regular basis. Not only will you see a wide variety of shark species, but the location happens to be one of Fiji's most colorful reefs, with excellent visibility lending to amazing photo opportunities. Once situated at a depth of approximately 65 feet, the shark guide begins preparing what many have called the most controlled, chaotic feeding they have ever witnessed. First to arrive are the tawny nurse sharks. These gentle giants aren't the small ones seen so many other places. These sharks average 9 to 13 feet long and are not shy about jumping in to get some of the free handouts. Soon the gray and black tip reef sharks appear. You'll see them almost every dive. Although these reef sharks are the smaller variety, their quickness and agility in the water more than make up for their size. Now that the word is out that lunch is being served at the Cathedral, the bull sharks are usually the next to arrive. With an average weight of 500 pounds and measuring over 9 feet long, these giants provide lots of excitement as they swim around in search of their treats. You'll probably see 6 or more of these bull sharks during a single dive. Fiji's sicklefin lemon sharks arrive for the occasion too. Fully grown, these sharks average 8 feet long and 440 pounds. If you are lucky enough at the end of the dive, you may be able to find lemon and bull shark teeth scattered on the cathedral sandy bottom, souvenirs for you to keep. As excitement reaches a crescendo, the star of the show appears. The majestic tiger shark has arrived and gracefully swims through the other schools of fish to stick out his piece of the pie, or fish head as he prefers. The cathedral has been blessed to have tiger sharks of varying sizes visit quite regularly. You are bound to see at least 3 or more each dive, and it's estimated that there are 11 or more different tiger sharks who frequent this dive site. These tigers measure 8 feet to over 13 feet long, tipping the scales at 1,300 pounds. Diving with these sharks is a thrill you have to experience to realize how truly remarkable these creatures are. In an effort to protect the sharks of Beqa Lagoon, the cathedral dive was set up as a marine sanctuary. Being a protected site means no fishing is allowed here. The people of Beqa look forward to sharing their love of these beautiful creatures with you. As guests of Beqa Lagoon Resort, you will not only have a thrilling experience, but behold the mystical powers of Dakuwaga, the legendary shark god, and memories that will linger for a lifetime. Bula, and see you soon.
All right. Well, we're not staying at the Beqa Island Resort. Let's see here. Everybody still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get out of this video. So that was my first choice, was the Beqa Island Resort, but I was not able to book anything for us. What's the matter with this? Not letting me out of this. But the Wadroka Bay Resort does the shark diving, and what's the matter? Huh, it won't get me out of this. All right, so hold on. Interesting. All right. Always technical difficulties, you know? All right. We'll just go back to our page. There. There we go. Okay. No? What's the matter with this? Okay, so now let me out. I apologize. It's not ever locked up like this before.
Maybe if you hit your escape key, it gets you out of full screen mode.
Yeah, I am. I'm
Oh.
constantly hitting it, and that should give you like a little bit of a an X, right? To get out. Huh. Okay, well, that's interesting. Okay. Now, are you all seeing a slide instead of a video?
Well, Fiji Travel and Tourism.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Hopefully it's not going to do it again. No, it goes back every time I go to share the video. Okay. All right. I don't know. It just got it got locked up. So I apologize. We're gonna do it this way for now. But anyways, if you're interested in learning more about Fiji, and I hope you are, because there's so much to learn, here are some of the top websites that I recommend. Lots to see, lots to do in Fiji. As I mentioned, we won't be staying at that resort, but we'll be staying at the Widroka Bay Resort. And I think this one is better, as I'll show you in a few slides here. We're going to be staying on the mainland, and it's only a 2.5-hour drive from the main airport. And here is a map to show you. Nandi is where you fly in, and then we come down here. They'll pick you up, and it's only 20 minutes from Pacific Harbor, and all the dive sites are right off the coast here. So happy day. You guys are gonna love it. But here is an aerial view of the resort itself. It's a small boutique resort. There's only 12 rooms total, and it backs up to its own rainforest. How amazing is that? And there's trails in there as well. So here is, hopefully we can do this video. This will be the last one. Let's see. I'm not going to go into full screen. Or maybe I do. Awesome. Hopefully you saw that. I'm going to see if I can go into full screen. Yes. Oh, okay. We're back to normal. Okay. So that is Widroka Bay Resort. We're going to be working with the Widroka divers. It is a 5-star PADI dive shop located on the property with 5 dive boats. Different size, large, small, but we'll have everything we need there. And this is some of the diving that they'll have for us. Just gorgeous. It's supposed to be a wonderland of soft corals. Also, a couple of wrecks. There's wall diving, pinnacles. It's gonna be awesome. So that is what we have to look forward to. Oh my God, I can't wait. Okay, one more video. Oh my God. Okay, you can tell I love the videos, but sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Okay, we'll try it though. This is Widroka Bay diving, and let's cross our fingers. And we don't have to do all 5 minutes unless you guys want. So that's the shark dive. that was awesome. So that is Widroka Bay diving. Hope you enjoyed that. I sure did. I love the music. But yeah, there'll be shark diving. It's included in our package. I'll talk about that in just a minute. But here is our resort. I have to hide the meeting controls here so we can see it. There we go. So our, some of the accommodations that we have available, deluxe oceanfront bula or cabanas with a private terrace, ocean view, panoramic ocean view rooms, also with a veranda or terrace. And these are some of the things that, we get with that, including free Wi-Fi. There's pool and outdoor pool and bar, restaurant with gourmet dining. If you are into yoga, they're going to be offering yoga classes. And then, as I mentioned, their dive shop is right there on site with 5 dive boats. The resort backs up to its own rainforest, as I mentioned, with hiking trails. How cool is that? But what I liked about it is, it's conveniently located, just 2.5 hours from the airport, and no other transfers, just that one. And it's 20 minutes from Pacific Harbor. So that's where all the adventure activities, are based out of, as along with the restaurants and shopping. So things to do. I know our group likes to have things to do besides the diving. So that's some of the things. These are some of the pictures. These are the oceanfront bulas. We do have one oceanfront bula that opened up. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then these are the panoramic ocean view rooms. You will have the best views if you have a room up there. This is the dining in the dining room. We will have 3 meals a day. So part of our package, I'll talk about that. But absolutely beautiful. There it is. Tropical paradise. So what does our diving package include? Well, it is the following. Round trip air transfers from the airport. They'll pick us up 2.5 hours. We'll be at the resort once we arrive in Fiji. We get 7 nights, either in an oceanfront bula or the panoramic ocean view. Double rooms. They're based on double occupancy, at the Widroka Bay Resort. We get a complimentary welcome drink upon our arrival. For divers, 5 days of 2-tank boat diving. The shark dive is included. It's 2 dives, and then they say there's a 3rd one free. Excuse me. Our tanks, weights, and belts. As I mentioned, there's gourmet dining with the full meal plan, which means the 3 meals a day. And it's supposed to be excellent. Activities, there's lots of activities there at the resort that are included. As I mentioned, yoga, if you want to, go kayaking, paddleboarding, snorkeling. They also have a volleyball court. I'm terrible at volleyball. I probably will not join you for that. But there's a Yanuka Island visit. I'm told that is really a fun trip to take, and that's included. And then something I haven't mentioned yet, because we're talking so much about the diving and nature, the outdoors, and the activities, but Fiji's steeped in traditional indigenous culture and heritage. And so we are going to be treated to a traditional Fijian kava ceremony and lovo feast. And that is a special night and ceremony. Typically, these kava ceremonies are for welcoming visitors, and lovo is your oven that's under the ground, similar to if you've been to a Polynesian luau. So, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know if there's going to be make a dancing, but I'm sure there'll be some music and entertainment. So that'll be awesome. And then your taxes and fees are included as well. So moving on to what it does not include, you can see the list is a lot shorter. Your round trip airfare to Fiji. We'll be, connecting in probably Los Angeles. That's where I've seen the cheapest and best itinerary. But we don't have our airfare yet, but we will be working on that soon. Your dive gear rental. So if you need to rent dive gear, I can get you a price on that. Your snorkel gear, mask, fins, and snorkel as well. You'll either need to bring it or rent it. Any additional optional tours and excursions, like I mentioned, the whitewater rafting. I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to do that if we can do it. Beverages and alcohol will be at your expense. And then gratuities for the hotel and dive boat staff. I know, speaking for our dive boat helpers, they do a lot for you. And so having, a gratuity after our week is up is always welcomed. Some places it's highly recommended. Here they don't say that, but that's just my 2 cents. To really, be good to your dive masters because they do work hard for you. And let's see, itinerary and logistics. I provide that as we get closer to the event. Other details real quick, as I want to make sure that we have some time here for Q&A. But the temperature of the water is going to be from upper 70s to mid 80s. They do recommend a 3mm wetsuit. I always say safety sausage and a whistle is always good to have on the boat. Reef safe sunscreen, and just, protect yourself from the sun. Plan on bringing, if you think you're going to get motion sickness, everybody that I've brought that on every trip, there's always somebody that gets sick. So, plan in advance to bring something just in case. Of seasickness. You don't want to be sick. That's miserable. Everything should be packed in your dive bag. Preferably put your name on it because sometimes there's a lot of other people that are on the boat and things can get misplaced. If you're going to bring electronics with you, your phone, water-resistant dry sack, cash. It's recommended to have a little bit of cash for shopping. Some of the smaller vendors, restaurants, although they take credit cards, having some dollars on you is always good. And the Fijian dollar to US dollar is about 2 to 1. So it's a good deal. Air temps, just plan 70s, 80s. They recommend light tropical attire. Some things I recommend, especially if you're going to be doing any other types of activities, plan on, comfortable walking or hiking. Those aren't shores, they're shoes. Sorry for the typo there. Water sandals, something for being on the boat or on the beach. And they say insect repellent. I've never brought it and never needed it, to be honest with you. Main airport is Nandi. That airport code there is NAN. Beware that they use 240 electricity, which is a 3-prong outlet, I'm told, the same as what's in Australia and New Zealand. I'll check with the hotel to see if they have universal outlets. A lot of the hotels have that now, but I'll check, okay? But if you have travel plug adapters, I would just pack it. And then I always say back up your copies of important documents and credit cards, passport, everything. Take pictures and save it to your phone. International travel, try to get this real quick. You do not need a visa to enter Fiji, but you do need to have a passport that's valid for at least 6 months. I recommend having, this is not required, just recommended having for international, the global entry. And that includes your TSA pre-check, but it does save time and stress when you are running late and have to clear customs and make it to your connection. It does help, and I'm glad I have it. But it is not, it's not required, just strongly recommended. Smart Traveler program is something else that's out there that is free if you want to enroll in that prior to the trip. There's information. Everyone should probably have an Arizona travel ID by now. I'm not sure, but if you don't, it's real cheap. This is for Arizona residents, and it's only $25. Just get it. Dive insurance for this trip, it's not required. Sometimes it is. Just recommended, and this is Dan. I recommend Dan, but it covers you for anything that may happen for the diving. Okay, it's not going to cover you for anything not associated with the diving, just the diving. And it's not expensive. Travel insurance, I do recommend it. It covers you for everything else, basically. And yeah, costs have gone up, but I think it's still worth it to have it, especially when we're investing so much in these trips, right? So let me know if you want to get a quote. That this is the company that I use, and I've actually had to file a claim before, and they were really good about getting that paid out right away to me. So no problems whatsoever. And here we are, payments and deposits, the important stuff. What is this going to cost? Well, our cost, and let me just make sure I put the new price. They're giving us a special that was in the magazine, the Dan magazine. I wanted to make sure, hey, if you're offering this special rate, can you give it to us too? So this is the latest and best rate. But an oceanfront Bula double diver is $22.67, and then for a panoramic ocean view, it is $20.99. And there are non-diver snorkeler rates as well as single traveler rates. But if you are a single traveler and you would like to look for you don't have, someone to travel with, to share the room with, let me know, and I'm happy to help with finding a room share for you of the same gender. Forms of payment, PayPal, Venmo, and Zelle. It is a $200 deposit up front to confirm your reservation and your spot. Note that our payment in full is going to be due by 60 days, or that is going to be for us by June 1st. So contact me if you want to sign up for the trip, and I will get you all signed up. This will be, subject to the cancellation refund policy of the dive resort property, and you'll get a confirmation email of your payment. Voila. To sign up and register, go to the Great Outdoors Adventures group, their event page. It's listed there, as well as at the Phoenix Metro Scuba Divers. Then contact me, give me your name and your email address. Well, you'll probably be sending me the email, but I'll give your telephone so I can get you signed up. And that's it. There's my contact information. You can take a photo shot of that, or I check my emails about twice a day, so I will respond if you send me an email. And that is it. Flip that over when you have a chance. And any questions? Yay, I made it, and we've got time. A little bit of time here.
Well, I'll start off. I got a question. Just real quick. You mentioned the cost of the rental gear and mass snorkel fins. So you'll be able to get that over to me and Tyler, because we'll probably just do the full rental, the gear, mass snorkel fins. So if you could put that total, package together for me, let me know. That'd be great.
I will definitely be getting that information. I may have it somewhere in all my papers. So
Okay.
yeah. Rental gear. I'm going to bring mine.
Yeah, and and I know already you're going to work on the refresher course for me and my son. So
yeah,
how that's going to work out. So I'll just wait for that.
Yeah, I'll put that down, refresher. So, yeah, if you want to do any type of refresher course or training at the resort, just let me know and I can see if I can get something set up. But you will need to be, a certified diver, bring your license with you, and you'll need to show that you have dived, whatever, within the last year, right? You're current. So, any other questions? Those are great questions, and I will get that information out. Actually, I'll send it out to everybody. So,
Laura, this is Jim. Can you hear me?
hi, Jim. How
Hey.
are you?
I'm good. Hey, just a comment, not a question.
Yeah.
I've done a little bit of research on the water temps. It is winter, so to speak.
Yeah.
So expect the water temperatures to be around 78, 79. So
Cool.
it's not going to be mid 80s. I'm
You
positive.
don't think, huh? Okay.
Be
It
prepared.
depends, yeah, they give a range and, I chose this time. I thought it was the best time to go, the most clarity. We don't want a lot of rain and murky water. So the visibility, and yes, it's supposed to be their winter.
Right.
But it's still going to be warm water.
Oh yeah, it'll be warm, but just you might want to think about a 5 mil instead of a 3 mil. At least I will be, just because I know that at 78, I'm more comfortable in a 5 mil.
Yeah, and you're pretty lean.
Yeah.
What I've had a dive master tell me one time is, have the 3 mil, have a hood and a vest.
Yeah, that could be a good alternative. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've looked into getting a vest, and I may do that for the trip. So that's a good point. Great question. Well, great. That's a question. What do we need to wear? And you're saying plan to be at least, suited up 5 mil. So.
Well, yeah, just be comfortable at 78. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good info. Because you've traveled to Fiji before.
Yeah, I was there a couple of months ago, and the diving was. We were at the on the Astrolabe Reef down near Kadavu, and the diving was spectacular. It's more hard coral there than soft coral, but the coral was unbelievable, and that's actually the third time I've been there.
Okay.
And anyway, the water temperatures were 81, 82, but it was a warmer time of year for them. So.
Right. Okay. And I'm told down there, the mantas, pilot whales, did you see anything like that?
We didn't see any pilot whales, but the mantas they were prevalent. There's a cleaning station like within a mile of the resort we stayed at. And so we would stop there daily and check out the mantas. And so
Wow.
it was very cool.
So what he's talking about is the Kadavu, fourth largest island, and is it Astrolabe or Astrolabe?
I call it Astrolabe. That's what
I do too. But that is supposed to be an excellent reef to dive, and famous for manta rays and pilot whales. Another area that you can see the mantas are in the Mamanuca and Yasawas, and it's all timing it, time of year. But yeah, excellent. So you're going to be our expert traveler on Fiji for us. So, all right, awesome. And I'm glad you're coming. We got Robert signed up as well. So Jim is going to be coming with his brother, and I'm coming with my brother, Tom, and Tyler, my nephew. So it's going to be a great trip. So I'm looking forward to it. Any other questions?
Do you have any more information on that island excursion? That's part of, I guess, the package.
Yanuka?
Yeah.
I do not, but I have been told it is a beautiful island where we can get out, enjoy the beach and some snorkeling and just relax. So, and that's part of our tour,
All right.
our package. So, and I was looking it up today too. It is about 11 kilometers from the mainland. So translate that to miles. So it's real close. That's pretty cool. So there's a lot included in this package, and I'm excited. So anybody
Yep.
else? We have is that Wee Wen? She is from the Phoenix Scuba Divers. Karen, are you from the Phoenix Scuba Divers?
Yeah, I was a member of the group.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, well, welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
You have any questions?
I think everything's been answered. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, we do have spots available. We have 2 panoramic ocean view rooms available. We have 1 spot open for a female room share. And Wee Wen, is that you?
Yes, I am. It's me. I'm trying to, because I'm on my phone and I'm trying to figure out how to unmute my.
Right? I know, I know. Well, you saw technical challenges, and we all have them.
Yeah.
You are aware that Amanda had to cancel.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, yeah. So we have 1 spot open for a female room share. We went is looking for a room share, and we also had a oceanfront bula open up. And so we have that room available.
Yeah.
So we went, yeah, we'll keep working on it.
Yeah.
No worries. Yeah, it was sad to hear that, but life stuff happens to everybody, you know.
Oh, and I just
Yeah.
got an email. I was like, "Hey, Amanda, I didn't see you on the orientation because I see Annie. I think I've hiked with Annie before."
Oh, good. Yeah, Annie. Hi, Annie.
Hi.
I'm glad you made it. I know. I'm like, well, I sent the meeting link to you. You know,
I'm sorry. I didn't move down. I just didn't see it. I said,
oh, it's
okay, now I
okay.
see it.
I don't put the meeting links, just so you guys know, I don't put it public anymore because we had hackers.
Mm.
And we had a couple of times, and it was so disturbing and upsetting to people that I'm like, I'm not doing that again. So that's the downside of not making the meeting link public. Is, you know, people need to have time to find it. You know, you send it to them. So, but I'm glad you all are here. The meeting is being recorded. And I'll send that recording out. I may re-record it just because we had some technical difficulties tonight, but still in all, I hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's going to be an amazing bucket list trip. I cannot wait. I just, you know, it's a true tropical paradise, unlike any other, I think. So we're going to have so much fun.
Yeah, real quick, I got another quick question. It was
Sure.
probably there, but just to bring it up, because I saw the departure date, August 1st. What day are we coming back?
Oh, yeah. And so we'll need to depart. Okay. Plan your logistics. We'll need to depart on that Thursday, July the 30th. Okay. Because of the time difference. It is a plus 12-hour UTC time difference, as well as we're crossing the international date line. So
You said the 30th?
yeah. So we'll be departing Thursday evening, right? Because it's an overnight flight. In order for us to arrive in Fiji, Nandi, by 5:30 a.m. And yes, they're going to pick us up at the airport that early. And hopefully we can get into our rooms that early. But, you know, they do this all the time, as that's when the international flights come in. So it's nonstop, obviously, from LA or San Francisco. I'm probably going to look for the connection out of LA. But it's nonstop. There's no place to stop. Right. And about 10 and a half hours. Jim, is it 10 and a half hours? Because I saw 11 and a half.
Well, I think it depends on which direction you're going. But yeah, 10 and a half is a good number.
To get there. Okay. And then we'll be there Saturday to Saturday. Okay. So the 1st through the 8th. And then you know, they'll take us back to the airport, and then we'll get on the next international flight. You know, going out to, you know, like I said, I think I'm going to connect LA. And then we'll arrive. We'll still arrive. No, we have a date change, right? Yeah, I think there's a date change. I'll have to look. Jim, I'm going to rely on you. Is there a date change coming home?
No, I think we arrive in LA still on the 8th.
Okay, okay. Because I've got a screenshot of some flights I was looking at and I sent it to everybody, but okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So we'll still arrive on the 8th. You can have some time to recover on Sunday, and then if you got to go back to work on Monday, well, at least you've had Sunday. But that's the plan, Saturday to Saturday, and with the time change, we'll have to depart Thursday evening. So, but that's not a bad flight, right?
No, yeah, it goes by pretty quick. You know, it leaves around midnight. It's like 11:50 or something like that. So
Right.
basically you're ready to crash at that point. And so if you can sleep on planes, then you know, you're going to wake up and you're going to be there.
Right. Right. Do they serve you anything? I thought they served you something.
They serve you like a dinner and then a breakfast before they land. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So, excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, I've learned to sleep on a plane. It's not ideal, but when you're tired, and you know, you wake up and well, you know, you're almost there or you're there. And it's better than getting up in the middle of the night and rushing to the airport and all of that. I'd rather do an overnight. But yes,
I have a question. Is okay, is anybody have a plan to stay extended time to explore the island, or is there anything very worse thing to stay extra days?
Well, there's tons of things to do. Annie, you were the first person I thought of with all the activities. There's just tons of things to do. And so it's optional if you guys are interested, or anyone is, in staying longer. I can see if there's availability at the resort, or there's other places. I know there's a really nice hotel resort in Pacific Harbor. I think it's called the Pacific Harbor Hotel and Resort. But there's plenty to do and plenty to see. Whatever you feel like doing, hiking, whitewater rafting, you name it, they've got it. I'm so excited. And Annie, backing up to the rainforest, I immediately thought about you. They've got trails in there. And I'm like, that's the first thing you're gonna want to do.
But I would not enjoy just by myself. So that's why I was wondering, is anybody else have this idea?
Well, I don't know if I can stay longer. That will depend on budget and, you know, time off from work. But I'm certainly going to be doing things, and I'm going to be checking out that rainforest. So yeah, Annie is, she's active. She's very active. And so
we will have a chance to do some hike as well, right?
Yes.
When we're there. Okay.
Yes. And that was a, you know, good reason why I chose the resort that I did, is because we have, you know, we're adjacent and we have access to other things to do, other activities, and hiking is one of them, right? Kayaking, another one, snorkeling, you know, let's just go find a beach and go snorkeling. And yeah, you know, mornings, diving, afternoons, we go do something fun, you know, on land. But
that's
we're gonna
perfect.
stay.
Yeah, that's a perfect combination.
Yeah. And I thought, you know, after the long flight, you know, Jim, you've been traveling to the Kadavu and down there. I'm pretty worn out after a flight like that, you know, and I just want to get to the hotel. I don't know about taking another air charter. How long is that air charter, by the way, from Nandi?
Yeah, it depends. We had to wait about let's see, we land about 6 in the morning, and then the flight out of there was like close to 11. So that was a 5-hour wait in the airport. And then it's a flight to Kadavu. And then in our case, we got picked up by the resort, and we had an hour boat ride to get to the resort. So it was quite the ordeal. But once you're there, and then everything's great.
Yeah, I know. Well, you had recommended the place that you stay at to our friends Les and Dennis, and they went last year.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, he shared his pictures and video, and what an adventure it was just getting there. right? So yeah, but we're going to stay on the mainland for this one. I just feel like, for probably most of us, we have not been there before, and there's so much to see and do on the mainland that I think it's a great first time destination. And then you can go other places after that. Like I've already started an account with the company, but there's a cruise that goes out island hopping in the Mamanuca and Yasawas. They do scuba, they do snorkel, and so that is something that I'm hoping to fit in the next year or so. Again, budget and time off.
When you say cruise, you mean a liveaboard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a cruise. Yeah, Blue Lagoon Cruises. You may have
Okay.
heard of them. Yeah, it's out of Danuba. Okay, you fly into Nandi, take a short ride to the Port Denaru, I think it's Denaru, and then you board the boat there, or the cruise there. But that looks amazing. I've seen so much about the Mamanuca and Yasawas, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's got to be a second trip. So plan on more.
Laura, do you know if there's kiteboarding there by any chance?
I think so. Yeah, they mentioned kiteboarding, as well as surfing. Lots of things to do. Lots of things to do. So there was a brochure for the resort that I sent. Check your tons of emails that I sent. And I know that they put in that brochure, it's a PDF, so it's more than one page, some of the activities that you can do. And I think that's on there. It rings a bell.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. So fun. So any other questions? I know I've kept you guys past 7, but we start to talk about things and it just gets to be so much fun. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation and the evening. Any more questions? If not, you can email me, and like I said, I'm very responsive. If I don't have the answer, I'll find it.
Thank you, Laura.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Looking forward to diving and traveling to Fiji with all of you. And Karen, if you're interested in coming, let me know. But if not, that's fine too. We're glad you're here. And
yeah, I'm going to think about this and I'll let you know.
Perfect. That's wonderful.
If not, maybe some other trip.
There might be another Fiji trip coming up, in the next, probably next year. But yeah, we have lots of things. So welcome.
Okay, thank you.
With that being said, Bula.
Bye.
It's like hello, goodbye, I think. But anyways, have a great evening, guys. And
Good night, everyone.
Yeah, look forward to traveling with you soon. And bye-bye. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.